Hey there, Blade fans. Welcome back. OG Blade Reviews here with you. And a new Kansept knife is on the table in the nondescript Kansept pouch. If you have Kansept knives, this is very familiar to you. But we have got something new. I think one of the nicest from Kansept that I have witnessed in a while. Look at this puppy. So what have we got here, designed by none other than Koens Craft, Morgan Koens, the designer, the Hinterland. And he is an outdoor guy. I have conversed back and forth with Morgan for a few years now. Part of the process of buying some customs from him and even co-designing some customs that have come my way. Kansept has done great justice to this Bowie clip blade from Kansept and designed by Morgan. It comes in about 4 or 5 different styles. And by the way, Kansept has sent me this one for review, and I don't believe it's cherry-picked at all. I think it's probably indicative of many other Kansept knives I've either bought myself or received from Kansept for review. But great job. It is, as thumb stud knives go, and I know a lot of you guys like your front flippers, you like your back flippers. Me, the first one-hand opening knives that came to my possession and my attention years ago were thumb stud knives. Now, this isn't really a thumb stud knife so much as it is kind of a thumb bar or thumb assist. Not sure what you'd call this. It probably has a name that I'm not aware of, but it is a one-sided piece that can be, looks like it can be transferred to the other side of the knife. However, it does not appear as though the clip can be transferred to the other side of the knife, so moot point. But oh boy, does that open easily, beautifully. So what do we have? An S35 VN blade, and in this model, it is a satin finish, a nicely done satin finish with a beautiful fuller on the top, and Morgan loves his fullers. I'm going to show you a couple other knives to which this is kind of a junior size. One from Kansept and one from Best Tech that were designed by Morgan Koens. Morgan is a Canadian, lives up in the Ontario area of Canada, is an outdoorsman, likes to hunt, likes to make things on a whim. He can turn out just about anything out of wood or steel, you name it. I've seen some fantastic works of art coming out of his shop in the past few years. Check him out on Instagram, by the way, and I'll make sure that you have a link to his Instagram page. We have some cutouts here that are placed there for grip. So your middle finger will rest there and give you some additional grip. We have titanium bolsters that are blackened, and it is a bolster locking knife, meaning that it's a frame lock with part of that frame hidden underneath the handle. And that's a beautiful thing because it allows us to have full slabs or scales of handle material on both sides. And this is a beautiful copper infused carbon fiber, one of my favorite carbon fibers, aside from many of the fat carbon fibers that I have on knives and that you've probably seen or have. Well, rather than blab on, let me get my tape measure and we'll get measuring. Here we go. overall length of the Hinterland is 8¼ inches. Modest size knife, not small, not large. And we've got a, well, I'll call that a 3.65 inch blade. I may be a bit off from what they say the factory specs are, but that's okay. And in terms of girths, the blade, fairly thick. What I'm going to do is to make sure I'm getting the full thickness of it. I'm going to get it right here. What is it? Come on. What are you? 3.5 millimeters. That's what it was trying to give me the first go round. And in inches, 0.14. Handle thickness, 0.52, just a bit over ½ inch. And weight-wise, we've got, what do we got? 5.5, call it 4.55. Looking at the wrong digits, 4.55 ounces. So, fantastic, positive feeling on that opening. I gotta tell you, I love it. I love thumb openers. I do like my back flippers. I don't really care for front flippers, except in a few cases where they've made it easy for me. And I don't have a whole lot of dexterity in my hands, used to have more, but being an older guy, having some arthritis, having some recent surgeries, oh, you'll know what I mean when you get there. You're lucky if you don't. Nice jimping. Just about right. Not super aggressive, but certainly not like some of that rounded over stuff. Get a full grip on it with close to 1 inch left over in my medium-large hands. Really useful blade. You've got a useful point. You've got a very decent forward kind of forward-focused, lack of a better word, belly. And I'm not sure how sharp it is. I've got fragments of paper left over here from other cutting attempts. Let me see if I can make it work. Oh yeah. Probably not giving it a fair shake here with this scrap of paper, but it's got a decent edge on it, and it's slightly bitey. Got a little bit of grab there, so I like that. So it's going to cut soft stuff like flesh, food prep, veggies pretty well. I don't think that paper was a fair test, and very often it is not. But I think I've got, that's no good. Let's skip the rest of the paper attempts. I said I have some compares here with some other Morgan Koens designs. Here is the Kansept Shikari. Look at that beauty. That was one of the first Koens Craft Morgan Koens designed Bowie style blades that I got, and he really does like that long clip. I'm calling it a Bowie. Call it a Bowie if you're from the north. I am, but I've learned. You guys have you've sort of twisted my arm. Bowie, not Bowie. Jim Bowie. So on this one, very nicely done, also by Kansept. Got a really nice marbled carbon fiber here, also on both sides, and also a bolster lock. What do you think about that? Titanium clips on all, by the way. And here is a best tech that he designed. And this is a monster. This is the Keen 2. Believe it or not, even longer, yes, even longer than the Shikari, by close to 1 inch. And if we even up the handles here, it's a bit longer in the blade, but we got a lot more handle going on here. with the Keen 2. This Keen 2 came to me directly from Morgan Koens, who sold it to me, said he had a few spares that Bestech had sent him. And this one, he bronze anode for me on the titanium side. So this is the only one of the three that's not a bolster lock and has only the carbon fiber on the show side. And it is a nice weave carbon fiber. I had my choice on this one of doing a marbled or a weave carbon fiber, and I just felt that I liked the weave a little better when he showed me some examples. So, nice little trio here of similarly profiled knives. We've got way different handles on each. On the Keen 2, we've got a big swale in here and another big one there. On the Shikari, we've got more or less a neutral handle here with a little bit of a tip and a very nice finger, what would you call it? I'm not supposed to call them choils. Finger groove, okay? Got a groove here, got a little bit of extra groove here, which is the most ergonomic. This is pretty darn ergonomic. It really is, the Hinterland. And a nice light knife. One thing that I didn't take a look at, and probably it isn't, yeah, there's no weight relieving for the reason that the scales remove a lot of the weight from the titanium. And it is not steel, it is definitely titanium. I'm only attracted to the bolster and the blade there. Clip is titanium. So yeah, what you would expect to be titanium certainly is. And I love the balance and feel of this knife. If you want a working knife, if you want a pretty knife, doesn't matter. It's going to do both for you. And again, there are choices. So how does it stack up against, got to bring out the Rat 1, right? Well, the Rat 1, yeah, it's going to be a little bigger blade. Not by a whole lot. Not by a whole lot, but it is a little bit longer blade. When I say blade, I mean knife. Understood. Well, again, the Hinterland, newly out from Kansept. Thank you, Kansept, for sending me this beautiful example of this knife. And probably one of the favorite. They do make a Damascus version with this same handle, if you guys like your Damascus. S35, though, hard to beat for a real good basic, I would still call it a premium cutlery steel. There you go. Hinterland from Kansept, designed by Morgan Koens. Hard to beat that combo. Be well, take care. Don't forget to give this vid a like and subscribe. I'll be back soon.